A few minutes later, I would not be surprised. This seems to be the trend this weekend.
Yeah, the trend for the summer, really. But the rain chances did start to slow down as we moved into our weekend here. They're still out there. We will occasionally have that downpour across the area, but it's not going to be as widespread or as numerous as it has been the last couple of days. So as we look on our cameras right here, we can find 6 dry spots. Well, Plant City, a little bit of an exception there. You see off to in the distance on the horizon, we have some rain coming down, but where the camera's placed, it is currently dry. Sarasota also looking a little bit dark out there. So this is the way it goes. We have those isolated downpours that pick and choose where they want to be. I can give you a little hint here. Whenever we have southeasterly winds, that usually pushes those storms closer to the coast. And that will be the trend as we move into tomorrow as well, but certainly not as widespread or as active as it has been either. Yesterday, we had some pretty hefty storms across our evening hours. Temperatures right now cooler in Crystal River thanks to recent rain up that way. Everywhere else pretty much sitting in the lower to mid 80s, have some upper 80s sprinkled in. Drier places like Dade City just under 90 degrees right now. Tampa sitting at 82. Again, recent rain in the area helping those locations out. Lakewood Ranch pretty toasty at 92. The Gulf is at 89 degrees right now. Wow, that is just very warm. Thankfully, the tropics are nice and quiet, but let me tell you something. The tropics, any tropical system, I should say, would love that bath water. But we have a couple elements that are keeping the tropics quiet on our side for now. The Pacific, however, has been busier. Dew points are currently in the 70s, even an 80-degree dew point reading in Port Richey, 70-degree dew point in Brooksville. That is pretty warm and stuffy. So it definitely is a sauna-like feel as you step out the door. One thing to blame for all of this, the big old heat dome, and it's not just on top of us. Our friends across the Northeast, New York, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, they're all going to be getting whacked with that hot weather, something that we're a little bit more used to here. Usually people escape the Northeast during colder months so that they can partake in our warmer weather, but they are getting served up with that heat for the first full day of summer, and tomorrow going to be even hotter. Right now you can see most of those temperatures just starting to brush against those 100-degree marks in places like Lincoln, Pierre's at 90 degrees, Oklahoma City's at 88, Little Rock at 93. Again, this heat will push over to the East Coast in the next 24 to 48 hours. Back here at home, our heat index will be in the triple digits as we move into tomorrow, so please be careful. Make sure you are hydrating. And as we look at satellite and radar, we did take a look at this at the beginning of the show. We do have some rain with some lightnings, downpours, we'll even call them. That's moving off the coast right now, just south of Sarasota, north of Port Charlotte, kind of on that southwest Florida line, and up to the north around Citrus County. Again, we have that rain-cooled air as that stormy weather starts to exit off to the other coast. So there we are, the Gulf Coast, things are starting to shape up there. And Venice, again, we have some storms that are trying to exit out there. All right, futurecast here as we enter into about 9 o'clock, 9:30, 10 o'clock. That's when things will start to quiet down. We could have another quick rinse across Hillsborough and Pinellas County, but overall the overnight hours will be nice and dry, and then we start the process all over again tomorrow. As we enter into next week, we have lower rain chances for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, but it will be hot.